Hey guys, this is A-Bomb for noEHinTEAM, your #1 source for awesome. Welcome to the show. Thank you for tuning in. This is Black Friday, episode number 10, and today I'm going to be talking about the Elite service. It is making a return for Black Ops 2, but it's going to be changing up quite a bit. It's going to be a free service this year. We're also going to talk a little bit about how it was so poorly executed the last go-around. So getting right into it. Many of you would have purchased the Elite Premium subscriber service. Now, Elite, it hadn't changed. It is free, and it always was for everybody. If you had Call of Duty or you played Call of Duty, you could sign up for Elite, and you would have access to the stat tracking, to the heat maps. You are able to swap your loadout from the mobile app and from within the website itself. It had a lot of cool features to it. I thought it was a good idea in essence. Obviously, the execution was poor, but I can't even remember how long it was. It was at least a month, probably more like 6 weeks or so, before they actually got it off the ground following the release of Modern Warfare 3. And it was kind of too bad because I felt like Modern Warfare 3 in the opening weeks was one of the smoothest major first-person shooter launches in recent memory, and the Elite service kind of just tainted that. They went from what was generally regarded as a near-flawless release to a complete debacle because there were so many people that had pre-purchased the service, and they were expecting it to be at its full capacity right away. So I personally was not one of them. I was kind of leery about it from the start and chose not to prepay for it, just with the fear in mind that things could go sideways. And luckily for me, and if, other people that made that same decision, it worked out for us in that when it was finally alive, back and at full slate, we were able to buy it. Which by that point, after having checked it out, in its free features, it seemed like, this is going to be worth it. We're also going to get all the maps, going to get all the DLC at a discounted rate, blah, 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 and that's how I chose to look at it. Unfortunately, most people were expecting more, and Activision has no one to blame but themselves. They hyped the additional features and the additional, clan support and the prizes and the real world tournaments and whatnot to no end. It was just they hyped it over and over and over again. They even went so far as to organize a Call of Duty XP, the convention, surrounding Call of Duty, which by all accounts seemed like it was a generally successful event. People had a good time. And that's all well and good. Of course, they've canceled it this year. They're not doing it. I don't know if they didn't make enough money or if they lost money or what, but my thoughts are simply that they just decided it wasn't worth their while, and that there's no big, they didn't get enough net benefit out of it. Believe me, they've got guys that are crunching numbers and deciding whether events like that yield more dollars in the end or not. So maybe I'm being cynical, but kind of hard not to be when we're talking about a massive corporation that pulls in literally billions of dollars every year. So it is what it is. I for one, would not mind seeing XP as an event make its way back at some point. One of the big problems with it was that they had announced all these extra features. So anyone that paid did not really get them in short order. I remember seeing stories of people on forums that had won some prize thanks to an Elite contest, and they've spent weeks, months trying to get stupid things like T-shirts and backpacks and whatever. Like, it just ended up being a war between the consumer and the seller, in this case Activision. And I think the single biggest reason why they decided to forego it is not because they didn't make money. I'm sure they made extra money last year. If you compare just Elite's like paid subscribers versus Seasons Pass purchasers in previous years, I'm pretty sure that because there was so much advertising, so much hype regarding the additional features of the paid service, that they probably did. They probably pushed a whole lot more of the the pre-DLC units out the door, and I'm sure there's a net benefit. But when you add in all the hours, all the man hours necessary to support it, and how many people were just frickin' choked at how things went down. It was just more of a PR nightmare for them, and you know, in some cases, making a few extra bucks one year is not worth the loss of good faith that you have in years following that. Oh yeah, you guys have this is a fantastic Reaper attempt. You can tell I don't use this kill streak very often. Oh yeah, another little note on the gameplay. Just the reason I chose this one, it's one of the first gameplays I had where we were actually playing with some subscribers, and so DDK, Mind's Eye, me and Canuck, just a little shout out to those guys. Thanks for supporting the channel. We really appreciate it, and hopefully we'll see some more of you guys online there pretty soon. So, you know, a little more on the paid service. PS3 users, we got screwed, and there was always the expectation that we were going to continue to get screwed as per usual. You know what? Microsoft pays a lot to Activision, I'm sure. For those of you that don't know, you must not play Call of Duty, and I have no idea why you'd be watching this video if you don't. But Microsoft pays a good bundle of cash to have early access to all of the DLC, and they have for the last 3 Call of Duty titles, and you know, they're doing the same thing again with Black Ops 2. And I do not begrudge that. I don't begrudge Xbox users. I would love to see that on PS3 or just be on an equal footing, but that's a debate for another day, you know. But what really chapped the ass of all PS3 Elite subscribers, you know, the actual paid subscribers, was that we were still supposed to get things early. So, you know, but they, as Activision tends to do, they don't really announce how things are going to work. They leave it up to the community to debate and consider and make their own decisions, and then, you know, they screw us over multiple times during the year. That's nothing new. I shouldn't have expected anything less. Wow, that was some terrible shooting on my part. The thing that was really frustrating was that there really was very, very little benefit to you know, as far as the getting the DLC early, and that's how you end up with people feeling ripped off. Even though we did get the DLC early, and we did get it all at a discounted rate, it was so convoluted, so messy. There were so many different downloads. There was a lot of DLC content that really, you know, a very small faction of Call of Duty players actually cared about, and the rest of us just kind of, you know, whatever, meh. So we end up with all of this content we don't really want. The release schedule is all over the map, and there were a few unexpected cool things with the paid service that we got earlier. The face-off maps, that was probably the one thing that PS3 users did get well ahead of the general PS3 subscriber base, and that felt like it was worth it. But that was, those moments were few and far between. In one case, we got some of these DLC content one day before the general PS3 public, and unless you play every single day, most people got screwed over in that. And, you know, again, what was the point of paying for the service and feeling like you weren't getting your money's worth the whole year? It was a PR nightmare. Activision, you know, good call to just make it free, move on. Who knows? Maybe they'll bring it back one day, but we'll see. I don't think that'd be too popular if they did. So, now, very quickly, prestiging guns. I think this is great. You got to change things up. You have to continue to add more flavor. And if Treyarch's done anything well this time around, it's that they've tried to contribute on a lot of levels, whether it's in a specific round in a specific game to increase the amount of activity going on with the objectives, and now you know, adding the need to prestige 10 times in order to unlock everything. Adding gun prestige is just one more layer of you can get this, and you can get this, and you can get this, and you're always kind of working towards something. You know, something in, you know, there's just that little bit of extra added enjoyment while you're playing Call of Duty. You know, you're getting into the grind, and you know, it gets into that stale, you know, period later on in the life cycle. We can look forward to new maps, and we can look forward to ranking up guns and unlocking whatever unlocks come along with prestige guns. Who knows? They haven't really announced what the benefits are, aside from a little bit of notoriety, I suppose. But that's all right, regardless. You know, for we've talked about it in previous Black Fridays. For those of you who are completionists, this just adds that level of I got this, and this. It's like, you know, filling out that baseball card collection if you're a collector or whatever. So, anyways, guys, thanks for checking things out. Look forward to our upcoming Black Friday episodes, and we will see you guys very, very soon. Have a good one. Hey again, guys, thank you so much for checking out the video. Really appreciate it. On the left-hand side there, we got Econux's last Black Friday. On the right-hand side, my last Black Friday. In the middle, another episode of Tell Me I'm Wrong. Go check it out. Have a chuckle, leave a comment, and make sure you guys are checking out the rest of the videos. You know, next week's Black Friday is going to be a Black Ops report card. Following week's going to be a Modern Warfare 3 report card, because basically everybody knows everything about Black Ops 2. A lot of stuff's been released information-wise, so we'll just start the discussion going back. Have a good one.